Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is Gluncher Mage, and welcome to the channel. It is Tuesday, and yet you see us doing Starfield. Mainly because yesterday, October 9th, was my birthday. And the family and I did some things, as well as took care of some business here in the real world. But we're not here to talk about that. We're here to enjoy some good old-fashioned relaxation with some video games. So, let's continue. We were doing Danish Shepherd here on Starfield. Yes, that same name.
Greetings, Captain.
I did notice one thing. Vasco will
How
not...
can I be of service, Captain?
He will only recognize your name if you only have one name, like either Dana or whatever. But if you have like a first name and second name, he will not register either name. That's what I've noticed. So,
Goodbye, for now.
so that's a little tip.
Give the word and we'll get underway.
We are continuing on with the UC storyline. She's got her UC hat right there. We're still rocking this grotesque ship.
Liftoff looks good, or systems normal? We're locking into orbit now.
Alright. Let's go ahead and move the grav drive. Lock onto our little target right there. Two, one, engage.
Well, you didn't put us into a planet, so we must be
Welcome
in
to
the right
UC
place.
Space. Maintain your current course while we scan your ship's cargo.
We're good.
Scan complete. You are cleared to land in New Atlantis.
You're just doing your job. Alright. Residential, commercial. Right. You know, there are times I wish we could just land at the spaceport. Let's see. I don't want to go to the lodge. I don't want to go there. That's that mast. With the viewpoint. So this is the closest thing to the landing zone. So let's grab that. Because I like watching the ship come in and out. A little bit of roleplay aspect. Yes, we're still only level 8. She's still low level. We'll have to build her up behind the scenes off camera. Do some of the main quests a little bit. Or I might show the main quest, who knows. I don't think that was one of the rules. Wait, it didn't show. Okay.
Have a good
You
one.
will be scanned as you enter the city. Please keep moving. Okay, no bounty. You're clear. Enjoy your visit.
Contrary to what you might have heard, UC security personnel are good people. And Sergeant Yumi just happens to be an old friend.
I'm UC citizen. You don't want to talk to me about that. Of course, I haven't been official into the UC yet. Danna still has to earn her citizenship. I always found that to be a little wrong. That's alright. There's an outfit.
Captain! Over here! The workup's in the cabinet's hands. They said they'll call for us once they've gotten to properly review it. But listen, I know I should have been more forthcoming about who I was earlier. So, in the interest of full disclosure, there's one more thing you ought to know before we head up there.
And what's that?
My relationship with the UC. It's more complicated than it might seem at first glance. The UC's actually the only reason I'm here in the first place. I am a clone of a man named Francois Sanon, one-time fleet admiral of the UC during the Colony War, former head of the UC Navy. They called him Ve Victus. Woe to the defeated, in Old Earth Latin. A title he earned. The program I was a part of, it was the UC's attempt to create a new generation of military minds from one of their most respected tacticians. Secure the leadership of the UC military for generations to come.
Holy shit.
I'm getting there. The man I was cloned from, my father, was executed for acts he committed during the war. The man caused a lot of death, on both sides. Freestar Collective and UC. Military and civilians.
Dude.
And the things he did, well, they're a part of the reason the UC and Freestar Collective aren't really on great terms to this day. So my involvement, it could be another obstacle they throw at us up there. I just wanted you to be forewarned.
Well, you're not your father, but you probably carry his sins, which is ridiculous, but...
I really appreciate you saying that. I just thought you deserved to know, considering how much you've done already. You know, while we've got a second, was there anything else we needed to discuss? I know you got dropped into the middle of this pretty fast. Or, if you've got any last-minute business to attend to, now might be a good time. No telling how long the cabinet's gonna keep us waiting out here. It's hard to know exactly what might sway them. I'd just be honest about what you saw. A colony wiped out, and a lot of lives lost. Eye strain from the amount of reading I've got on the horizon if we succeed. The Terramorph project never went anywhere. It couldn't. They're deadly creatures, but they aren't xenoweapons. The cabinet not opening the archives is probably a bigger risk than them handing over the files. That data itself isn't dangerous, which probably wouldn't be a bad point for us to bring up, should the opportunity arise. That's actually a souvenir from my time on Mars. The Red Devils unit I was a part of, they were founded by recruits who'd worked some of Mars' deepest mines. Folks used to adversity. The dust at those depths, it seeps into everything. The human eye included. Where the name Red Devils came from in the first place. It became an unwritten rite of passage that anyone wanting to enlist with the Devils had to do a stint in the mines before they could join up. The Devils were always talked about in such revered tones during my training, so as soon as I was old enough, I signed up. And the eyes were my parting gift.
Okay.
Then I guess it's just a matter of...
The cabinet meeting is about to begin. All parties, please proceed to the cabinet chambers.
Well then.
Sounds like our cue.
Let's get going.
Here
then.
we go.
You gonna go in the elevator with me? Sweet.
Ah, welcome. You must be the captain Hadrian mentioned in her report. You have our thanks for the risks you faced in securing this information.
Oh, I'm sure she did.
Yes, well, precisely how urgent is what I hope will determine here today. So now, we have two petitioners here making a surprising request. Access to the UC Xeno Warfare Team's Terramorph data, currently housed in the Armistice archives. A request which will require not just this body's agreement, but that of all three Armistice signatories. UC, Freestar Collective, and House Varun. Now, Captain, we've all read Hadrian's report on the subject, but we have yet to hear from you. Perhaps you could summarize for the Cabinet what it is you see as the goal of this endeavor.
Let's see here. I'm just here to talk about what happened. We need the archives to find the data to stop a possible Terramorph apocalypse.
That's quite the leap, Captain. Madam President, I object to the very premise of this meeting. While no one would argue that what happened on Tau Ceti was anything less than a tragedy, Terramorph attacks are not some sudden new threat on the horizon. They've been happening for generations. To demand we hand over banned archival knowledge and possibly upset the balance of galactic diplomacy because of a single attack seems at best panic. And at worst, a power grab by the daughter of a bloodthirsty warmonger and her associates.
I would remind the chief diplomat who he's speaking to. If it's my father you're looking to address, you're welcome to consult a medium. I would also ask, how many deaths the cabinet requires to act? 50? 50,000? Because if tragedies like Tau Ceti are just prelude to more attacks, I have no doubt you'll get the body count you require.
Let's keep this civil, shall we? And while there should be no doubt the preservation of life stands paramount among this body's duties, Chief Yassine has a point. Will a single attack, however troubling, be sufficient to convince the other factions to grant us access to what they no doubt consider weapon data? I don't think it's enough. Perhaps you can help, Captain. As the one who actually collected the sample in question, did this terramorph seem at all alarming to you?
That is worth considering. This attack took place on an almost completely uninhabited world. The casualties were minimal as a result. But if there's another attack, will we be so lucky?
Yes, a fine point, Admiral. So then, Captain, given the discussion now and the information you've been privy to thus far, if you were in our position, would you grant the request made to open the archives?
I'm uncomfortable opening the archives without gathering more information. However, if that's the path forward you prefer, then so be it.
I'm inclined to agree.
As am I.
I suppose that does get to the heart of the point, doesn't it? Very well. I consent. The galaxy was lucky you were here today, Captain.
You and I are in agreement, Chief Diplomat. So, if there are no other objections, I believe we can agree to give our full backing to make the request to... What was that?
Attention. Attention. An incident has occurred. Facility lockdown engaged.
Oh, what the heck?
Incident. Chief Sarkin, what's happening?
There's been an attack at the spaceport.
I'm sorry, my ship?
Terramorphs.
Terramorphs.
At
More attacks.
here?
Just as predicted.
Good God.
Damn it. They're here. Now.
There must be another explanation. The creatures evaded our scanner somehow.
There will be plenty of time for conjecture later. Chief Sarkin, order the evacuation of the spaceport and have your men contain the things, but do it discreetly. The last thing we need is a citywide panic.
Yes, ma'am.
Admiral Logan, the local barracks can provide support?
I'll make the order myself. Nearest anti-Xeno squad, though, is off-world. Going to take a while to bring them in.
Well then, we'll have to make do with the tools we've got. You two, we can't risk those things getting out of the spaceport. I want you both on the next train there. We'll let them know you're coming and that you've dealt with these things before. Now go show them how it's done.
Let's go. Why can I not use the elevator? You coming?
The EM rifle, grab it! Now!
What's going on here?
We're trying to help you!
Please!
Select EM.
I can't stop!
Why are there people hitting soldiers?
Don't you
You're not going any further.
These people are mind controlled. I can't seem to... Hang on. Am I supposed to deal with this?
What are you doing? EM fire, Captain!
EM fire? I don't have EM fire. I have physical. I don't have EM. Seeing it's knocking him out might do something.
Knock another one for me.
Just knock him out.
Show me
Is that it? Oh yeah, DM. Alright.
What?
Okay, it doesn't seem to be working. Okay, are we good? Can we go to the next part? How do we get to the spaceport? That goes to the well. Don't want to go there. Okay. Not entirely sure what we're supposed to do. Can't go that way. Incapacitate the attackers. That's what it says. She's unconscious. I mean, I'm just wasting ammo here. I think this quest line is bugged. Access. Not station. Ah, finally.
Thank God you got...
Yeah, what the hell happened back there, Captain? There's no excuse for using lethal force here. Sorry doesn't bring these people back. Now, the way those people were acting, I've seen this before. They were under the...
I don't know. They were down at the port and they just started... We tried to restrain them, get them on the train to get them out of harm's way, but some of the other officers down there, we couldn't restrain them fast.
Pheromonic projection. Some terramorphs, they can induce this fog. It affects everyone differently, but some people just lose control, turn against everyone around them, even if they don't want to. You kill the morph, you break the hold. Let's do it.
That's unlocked. Please, do what you can to...
been issued for the spaceport district.
Firepower. Let's
All
move.
citizens are required to proceed to the nearest shelter.
You might back up. Don't just stand there. Good.
Okay. Now it looks like we actually need some real weapons.
Let's go. Get down on my head.
Oh God. Captain! You're going to be okay. It's not real. Whatever you're experiencing right now, it's not real. We have to put down that sword.
Stand still. I'm going to wear your skin.
Taking fire over here! They're everywhere! All around! Nowhere is safe!
Them? Our experts? We've got the remaining creatures locked down on the landing pad, but we're barely holding our perimeter. They said you've done this before, huh? Well, one fire team to spare and whatever supplies you need, but I can't risk them taking over any more of my men. Put those things down and do it fast. We'll hold them as best we can.
Okay. Is that my ship? Did the Terramores rip up my ship?
I'll watch your back.
Fuck nugget.
Which one is going to kill you?
And now I'm out of ammo. No ammo there. Might as well use up the rest of this.
Well, I suppose they're not going to need it anymore.
We're so healing. I guess I can try that. Oh, bring that son of a bitch
Join us. Join us in bliss.
See if we can't bring this. I like to see again. Oh, someone else blew that up. I didn't get the terramorphin in.
You're not getting away from me.
I just stepped in fire. That's fantastic.
Watch out!
Damage resistance. Energy resistance. Only for 30 seconds. And now we're missing ammo. Great.
You can't beat it. It's too strong. Give up now. There. It's right there. Oh, God. Oh, God. Oh,
Can I move? I am almost done. That's not gonna help.
I don't even need a gun.
They're going to turn on you. Kill them. Kill them first.
God dang it. I am almost done. One more hit and I'm toast.
Nice work, Captain. It's over. Thank God.
It's over?
If these things reached the populated areas of the city, we would have had an absolute massacre on our hands.
Organic
Ooh,
resources like
that's
this are more
pungent.
useful than people give them credit for. You okay? Vitals all still where they're supposed to be? Not in a million years. Another attack, just as we're making our request? It's insane. If this doesn't convince the cabinet to proceed with our request, I don't know what will. Almost hard to believe. Suppose we were just in the right place at the right...
Yeah, what is it? Hey. Talk to you later.
Okay, that was close. That almost killed me. Almost took her out. No first aid in here.
Guess they weren't kidding about you two. Universe put the right people in the right place. Certainly doesn't feel like it.
I don't want to think what would have happened if you two hadn't been here.
Just glad we could rise to the occasion. Captain, we should report back to the President. Let her know the Terramorphs have been dealt with. Take care of yourself, Sergeant.
Now we get to go back to the council.
Attention. The spaceport has been secured. Safety precautions remain in place. Please wait for the all-clear signal before exiting your homes. That is all.
Oh, thank God for a med pack. And another one. Come on, you two. There we go.
How the hell do Terramorphs get into the city like that undetected?
Thank you. That's a good freaking question.
Let your people all know how much we owe them today.
Yes, ma'am.
Ah, there you are. I believe we have some things we should discuss.
The next time Terramorphs rear their ugly heads, the UC is going to be ready.
We're counting on you, Captain. Don't let my people's sacrifice be in vain.
Captain, Hadrian, it would appear that the cabinet owes you our thanks for what you did for the city today, as well as an apology. Your concerns about the Terramorphs, well, consider them validated.
Thank you, ma'am.
Of course. I only wish we could have acted sooner. Now, today's events have only clarified our path forward in the eyes of the cabinet. You will have our full support in collecting the Terramorph data from the archives as well as a subsequent investigation into the nature of these attacks. But to accomplish those goals, we're going to need the right people in the right places. As such, the Cabinet has authorized me to reinstate you, Hadrian, effective immediately, to your former rank of Major. As soon as we've got the data in hand, we want you investigating these attacks and how to stop them. Will you do this?
Yes. Yes, ma'am. I'd be honored.
Excellent. But as you've both made clear, for such an investigation to succeed first, we're going to need someone to convince the Freestar Collective and House Varun to play ball.
Great.
Someone who knows precisely the sorts of dangers the colonies and all the galaxy are facing right now. The Cabinet wants you, Captain, to be that representative.
Sounds good. I am just a Vanguard nobody.
We see your atypical background as a strength, not a hindrance. The people you'll be dealing with, they're rather atypical themselves. In exchange, we're willing to fast-track your citizenship upon collection of the data.
Woohoo!
So, will you help us?
Yep.
I'm glad to hear it. Now, we, of course, won't be sending you in without the proper support. Deputy McIntyre in the Office of Interstellar Affairs will be your guide on gaining access to the archives. You should be able to find her in her office across the hall. And on behalf of the whole of the United Colonies, you have our thanks. You're dismissed.
Thank you, ma'am.
Officer, make it my responsibility.
I'm gonna go.
Good. Level up. Locked. Okay. Oh, okay. Not ready for that one yet. Oh, come on. One more. There we go. What do we got here? Okay.
Check in with Chief Engineer Kulkarni. Start getting a plan together for that data.
The things we do here, the tech we develop,
Friends like
benefits
these.
all of humanity. Chief Yassine, these orders, a Vanguard captain. Yes, sir. I'll make sure they get what they require. That must make you my Vanguard captain. Welcome to Interstellar Affairs. I'm Deputy Chief Diplomat McIntyre, Chief Yassine's second-in-command. I heard you were instrumental in protecting the city from the attack. You have my gratitude. I was also informed that you gave quite the presentation to the Cabinet. Chief Yassine wants you to know the Interstellar Affairs Office is fully committed to this. We're going to do everything in our power to make sure you have the tools you need. And that means first getting you into the archives. You do know what the archives are, correct?
It was a mutual agreement, but I suppose you touch on the spirit of it. So, you also know then that it was originally managed by the 3 major galactic players. Access to the archives is only granted in cases of dire emergency, and requires a one-time use code from each of the 3 armistice signatories. UC, Freestar Collective, and House Varun.
Now, the UC's already on board, so that means we'll need to convince 2 people. The ambassadors of the Freestar Collective and House Varun to hand over their codes. Get them both and you'll have your data. But that's a lot easier said than done.
I couldn't agree more. However, both ambassadors have reasons they won't, or can't, work with us. Now, I'll provide guidance on how we believe you can acquire each code, but...
And I do mean cooperate. Threats and violence are off the table here. Though that doesn't mean we can't get creative.
But it does mean we need to get you up to speed on who you're dealing. Who do you want to start with? Ah, the good Ambassador Ratcliffe. She's a veteran of the Colony War, and her only goal in life is to make ours miserable. Now, officially, our office is suggesting you try and negotiate with her.
Use your experiences as a member of the military and with the threat we're facing to convince her to lend her support.
And who knows? Maybe that'll work. Stranger things have happened. But my suspicion is we're going to have to rely on other tools to get her code.
Certainly. See, good diplomacy is all about the careful application of pressure. We just need to find the squeeze.
UC Intelligence has a recording device planted in the ambassador's living quarters, which we suspect you can use to your advantage.
But getting caught trespassing is a quick way to land yourself in an embassy holding cell.
So, if you are going to try and access the device, you're going to need to find a way in there without being seen.
I'm not a sneaky character.
We recovered some intel we believe should be able to help with that. But there's also a disgruntled staff member you might be able to pump for information. Maybe even convince to work with you.
That might be the way to go.
All right. Here, your diplomat.
And take these.
Alright. I hope each and every one of you enjoyed the show. Leave likes, comments, subscribe if you haven't done so already, and we'll continue this Wednesday. Have a good one, ladies and gentlemen. Bye-bye.